Yeah. Yeah. It's your nigga IQ, man. Back on my reaction shit, you feel. I'm piped up tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I feel good, man. It's been a blessed day, man. I hope y'all have a blessed day too, man. Like I said, nigga, we on the road to 100K by New Year's Day, nigga. It's gonna be 100,000 of us in that bitch. You hear me? We gonna pipe up. I'm gonna do some crazy shit. We gonna do some. I'm gonna have to pull up on a nigga. I'm gonna fly somewhere and meet somebody, one of y'all niggas, man. No cap. Next on deck, we got the homie, once again, shout out to the drill historian, man, the only really drill historian, shout out Chirac, that I can even say that, you know what I'm saying, I fought with his shit. Like, Zach TV was the only nigga really before that. There's a couple other niggas, but this nigga really attached to the streets to seeing, like, we got the homie Truth Teller with the reason why the GDs and the BDs first started beefing. Rest peace, Duck, rest peace, Newski, rest peace. It's too many to name, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad situation, but you know how life is, man. Especially in the streets, man. But let's see what he on. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people are always asking me about the gang violence and the war shit that's going on in Chicago, especially the BDK, GDK war, and why did the rappers start that shit, and how did it start, and all of that.
Shit crazy.
I don't think
like
this
Cali
is a rap thing.
In the
I
90s.
think this is a street thing. I think this is a culture thing. I think a lot of those killings and wars and beef were inherited. I don't think it had nothing to do with the rap music. Now, I think the rap music kind of spotlighted it and maybe instigated it more, but
that's facts.
This shit been going on
rap
for a while. You got to remember
so much.
In the late 80s and the early 90s, the murder rate was just outrageous. We was averaging like 900 to 1,100 murders a year. And the police, man, that's part of the reason they came up with these plans to lock a lot of these young people up in conspiracies and charges like that, especially like leaders and chiefs and shit of gangs in Chicago. I'm not saying that was the wrong or the right thing to do. I'm just saying if you're going to do that, you need to do it the right thing, the right way, instead of tricking people and entrapping them and shit like that. But I think earlier, like in the 90s, they started jamming down strong. They locked up like the BD twins. I think Marvell caught a case. They locked up a lot of gang members, hooked up Larry Hoover in a conspiracy.
Free Larry Hoover too, man. Free all the black people.
Attacking like the Mickey Cobra's gangs, the Viceroy gangs, and locking up a lot of their leaders. A lot of destruction and shit like that. Because like I said, in the 80s and the 90s, it was very violent out here. I think now people see the BDK, GDK war and think it started with like JoJo and them and shit like that. I think JoJo played a big part in it, but I think the internet is the only reason you guys know about the BDK.
I remember the day.
That shit been going on in the streets. I think the internet made it spotlighted and a lot of people got to see what was going on, because earlier, a lot of these gang leaders and chiefs, they were cool together. They were together. And I done talked to a lot of people who have told me this, a lot of street people, a lot of people who was involved in these things that gave me this information, plus the time I done lived out there. But, you know, I done talked to a lot of people who told me a lot of these chiefs and kings and, you know, princes were all homies. They wasn't the best of friends, but they knew each other and just really branched out because of differences and started their own
That's how the shit be in the street.
Shit like that.
Niggas beef over anything.
The police started locking up a lot of those gang chiefs because those murders was just getting outrageous. Now they even kind of cut them a little bit. They like 500, 700 murders a year. That shit is still outrageous, but the police felt like that was the reason it was that high by locking those guys up. You know, a lot of people don't understand that a lot of this gang violence and killing in the BDK and GDK war, as I was told, started from a lot of these gang chiefs warring and beefing and, you know, bringing disarray into those gangs. You know, early in the years of these gang shit, you had like Jeff Ford had a rumored beef with like Mickey Caldwell of the Cobras. You know, they had like
I don't even know who that was.
Then you had like
Jeff Ford.
The Breeds beefing with the GDs. There was rumors that Booney Black had an issue with Larry Hoover. Something happened in like Stateville prison where something happened and somebody got fucked up real bad. Those are rumors and shit. Then you had stories of like Booney Black and like Larry Hoover, like I said, having real issues and shit like that. So a lot of people believe that a lot of these beefs and the origin started with the gang chiefs warring and shit like that.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Now having these young people out here without no structure, no leadership. So a lot of people out here just killing, beefing. You got a guy that's 19 years old that called it for the mob. You know, like I always tell people, when I was growing up, all the young people wanted to be grown people. You know, I knew people wanted to be Larry Hoover. The badass kid wanted to be Jeff Ford. The badass kid wanted to be King Neal. Nowadays, it's grown-ass men that want to be Chief Keef. I say that a lot.
That's
I be
facts.
seeing grown-ass men out here acting like King Von.
Acting like a little
nigga.
nigga.
Be 50, 60 years old, but they want to be King
Damn,
Von.
50
You know
and
what I'm
60.
saying? So, you know, the internet shit then took over reality where people is playing their life off the internet instead of living a real life, you know, in the real world.
That's
so it's crazy, but a lot of people always ask me about that shit, and I tell them that I don't think the rap invented the BDK GDK war. I just think those rappers rapped about what was going on in their community, because it's been people dying in those hoods, and gangs been fighting gangs a long time. Like I tell people, it's rumors that, you know, that some GDs tried to assassinate the leader of the Black Disciples, David Barksdale, and he survived that attempt on his life, but passed away years later due to complications of that assassination. That happened in Inglewood. Then there's rumors that, you know, Larry Hoover was involved in a murder that got him locked up. Then they put a conspiracy on him that made him stay in there forever. That was in Inglewood too. You know, so it's always been war with these gangs and shit like that, you know. The back door has always been open. I just think the rappers rap about it, in my opinion. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie True Channel Street Report. Blah, 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 blah.
That nigga True Teller fun. That's my nigga, bro. Straight up, I fuck with True Teller. That shit crazy, bro. Like the GDs and BDs. I remember it was like we always knew about the GDs, but like being outside of the Chi, outside of Illinois, probably. You know, but we ain't hear about the BDs to the whole Chief Keef shit. I'm gonna be honest. We already knew about the C's, the B's, the VLs, the GDs, like I said, the P's. We knew it was certain shit we knew about, you know what I'm saying? But them niggas, like, and that shit came and influenced the world, like, whole time, though, you hear what he said? He said there was some shit before them niggas that led and continued into them niggas. That's why you gotta break them curses, nigga. That's why you gotta goddamn tell the young niggas, like, the ones that at least will listen, like, what's right. Like, nigga, that shit ain't, it don't gotta even be no gang shit. It could be some right, they niggas ain't even in the gang. Like, nigga, I don't think y'all should go do that shit, or this how this leads if you rocking like this. Be prepared for it if you want to be prepared for it, but nowadays there's no, niggas don't got that. Like, we didn't really have that, nigga. My generation ain't had that. Them the generation under me, nigga, so. You know what I'm saying? We was getting locked up too. Like, we was on some whole other shit for real, for real. This is the evolution of what we was on, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really too tough look down on them, but it break my heart, man, see, like, and I had seen a comment somewhere and it was like, man, and it's like, I don't want to say it was a white person, but whoever it was under some video of one of the OTF, FBG beef, some kind of video where it was like, damn, they almost look like they could be brothers or cousins or something. I'm like, damn, Shawty, like, I immediately thought it was a white person. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking that's how they think. I could be dead wrong. I'm sorry about that. I said, fuck white people. I love my white people. I fuck my white people. But I don't know, man. That shit crazy, man. I want to say shout out all my BDs, all my GDs. Hopefully one day this will be a thing we look back on and be like, that was fucking crazy. Or y'all, I mean, we all will because it's in front of the world. That's why I don't even want to differentiate. We all going to look back on the shit like that was crazy. Just like the C's and the B's in the 90s in LA. If you don't know how the Crips and the Bloods was in the 90s, nigga, you don't know shit, nigga. You don't know nothing. Even all the way down to Arkansas, nigga, banging in Little Rock, the fucking HBO. Man, come on, man. I got gems I could drop, man. But y'all just do y'all research. There's everything on YouTube. Just don't even be lazy if you really want to know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.